when I decided to film this segment on doing the seahorses and the kit for the seahorses, I sat down and the first thing in my view was our aquarium. And it took me back, 55 years to bringing little dwarf seahorses back from Florida that my mother had netted and keeping them alive and feeding them brine shrimp. So I've been very familiar with seahorses pretty much most of my life. So making a kit has been quite a personal adventure for me. Here's the box, and I know you have the photograph in the website. But I've got just a simple craft box. I'm very much in the environment, so that keeps it pretty simple. And here's the booklet, and the title for all of the animals I'm doing are As If by Magic, and because they seem so magical in how quickly they can be done, but the as if, because they're not, it took a long time to figure out how to do them. And just some pages here. I made a template by actually doing them, the steps, and I baked them and have them, and this is what I've drawn it off of, and stepping you through everything. I've also included a simple poster for you to have. You can frame it, but most of all I put it in here so that you'll be able to see what it should look like. And as you will notice, there's very little color in there. And you're probably going to think, well, my goodness, when you open the kit, all you've got is a little bit of color. But the reason I did that, I'm not trying to be stingy, is if I add too much color, you're going to put too much color in. And having just a little bit of color is going to allow you to see what power that has, to see detail. And just finishing up here. And there's enough clay in here, polymer clay. You'll find it's an oil-based clay and just feels very good. Just bakes in the oven. And here's the template. And like I said, I use these to draw it from. As you can see, it fits right in there. So when you make your seahorse, you're going to follow this and be able to actually put, like, here's a soft piece. I'm going to put it right there. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make an egg and go on through. And the last thing I have are some small little stakes for you to insert into your seahorse so that you can put it in a plant. Okay. So now, I think just for fun and to end this up, I'm going to just very simply make a seahorse. As I do that, I'm going to kind of play off of the thing that was on the first part of the seahorse. In the text is remembering the seahorse is a little bit like a platypus, where you have a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And it's kind of hard to imagine, but this is a fish that doesn't have any scales. It swims upright and not horizontally. And it looks like a horse, and it's got something that they call a prehensile tail. That means it's like a monkey. And strangely enough, it's the male that gives birth. So what you're going to be doing when you make your seahorse is putting this color in like this, and then you're just going to twist your color like that. And it doesn't look like much at first, but what happens when you do that? You're combining all those colors together, and it kind of can give the look of marble. And remember, that template had the ball like that, and now we're going to make the egg shape. And this is where you're going to start making your seahorse. You're going to make the long part of the egg starts becoming the tail. And can you see how just that little bit of color went in there? It makes all that lovely lines of color, just like it would be in marble. And up here, I'm going to form the head and the neck. And don't forget, this is a fish, and so fishes have fins, and so does a seahorse. There's a number of fins on its head that you're not going to make. And it has something up here that's called a crown. It's not a fin. But on the back you have a fin back here. And a seahorse operates an awful lot like a helicopter in the water. It's able to hold on to something and then get its head going out. And just like an anteater, it sucks in the food. And it has eyes like a chameleon. I'm not going to make the detailed chameleon eyes. I've got the instructions in there for you to do it. And maybe you can see on this how you'll make the eyes. And then you'll just roll the tail up. And I've got to tell you, this clay that I have today is a little bit soft, so it doesn't allow me to do it exactly the way I'd like to. But that's how we're coming along. And I will see you later.